Welcome to Framework Fortune and welcome back Framework Fortune community. I'm your host Ben and we've got our co-host who's in the middle of a hurricane right now, H&H Trader. Hal, how you doing tonight, buddy?
Doing good. I don't hear things hitting the side of the walls anymore, so that's good.
Oh, that's good to hear. So it's time for another episode of The Last Rip and we're going to dive in right away. The SPY had a nice push up today, not falling like it looked like it was going to. So I got out of VIXY while it's pushing up. I'm not going to hold against the market. Eventually, though, this thing will pop. But then after it hit that high, it just went sideways. So not really much there.
Yeah, the SPY, I looked at it today, continued to climb up. And one thing I like about, I called this that it was going to reverse on us. And I was like, I think this thing is guys, because when I saw how it closed, it just rubbed me the wrong way. I think that was Friday how it closed. And I was like, ooh, this thing looks like it's already building some momentum.
Yeah.
And yeah, it did. And VIX, I'm waiting for it to get down to that 20. Now, if it shoots down even more, or if they do one of those what do you call it, reverse splits or whatever, then it might kind of mess up the plan. But I was looking to get in some at 20 or under 20.
Yeah.
On the VIX. Why?
Yeah, but it's close to 20, but it's still closer to 21 at the moment. But I got out as soon as, you can see today, as soon as it stopped pushing up and started turning around, I got out of it. I only took a $2 loss on that. It's hard to time. I mean, the people bought up Jerome Powell's garbage that he put out the other day and pushed back into the market, to my surprise.
Yeah.
The fact that people still believe him to this point is still mind-boggling to me, but that's why I always say it doesn't matter what I think, it matters what the rest of the market thinks. The first thing I got into was BLIN. I just jumped the gun and got in on the first 5-minute candle at the top there. It was just dumb. Just a terrible, terrible entry. But I only went 50 shares.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I only went 50 shares, but yeah, it was a bad entry for sure. No doubt about it. But it started popping, looking like it was going to try to break 6 there. So that's why I hopped in at 590 looking for the break of 6. And it did break for half a second up to 608, and then it just dumped. But I'm still holding this because the main reason I got in was on the daily chart. It just gapped up over the EMAs for the first time, especially the 10-day EMA, since it went on this big nasty run last time. So the downtrend is already broken. It just needs to break $6. So it is down in the after hours here to 525. So right now I'm risking 35 to 40 bucks maybe on this. Unless for some reason it gaps down, but I don't see it gapping down back below these EMAs tomorrow. So
yeah.
And they had good PR too.
What was their PR?
They expanded their investment in big commerce partnership.
I don't know. Maybe if it closed green on the day, maybe I would have been holding. But
well, it held above
definitely red on the day.
Yeah, it's red on the day. But if you look right here, it's holding the 200-day on the 5-minute chart. It never came all the way back down to it. So
yeah, I took a small trade on BLN or BLIN as well. On these 2 humps when it came up. Let's see. Saw it holding up VWAP. So that red candle right there, bought that, got that little rip up and took profit, and I was done with BLIN for the day.
Nice. Yeah, it's a nice quick little trade there. I think we both traded Annie. I think everybody in the world might have tried to trade Annie today at some point.
Yep.
Now this one you were trading on your phone, right? Because your power was off.
Yep.
Yeah, this man just made a day trade during a hurricane on a phone app. Like, the level of crazy is real.
Right in that consolidation where you actually sold that. Yeah, there's consolidation. I bought in this consolidation 125 shares and then got that rip up right there and sold at the top.
Very nice. Yeah, I saw Annie a little late, but I saw it was pushing up, and then it made that little That little U shape there, and then since this candle here started pushing up, I was looking for a break of 6 and it broke over. So I got it up. I sold 30 at the top of that boy, 10 around close to the top of that one, and then I held this other 10. I was going to hold it all day, but I put a stop loss in, and I'm glad I did because it gave back a lot of gains. This is an interesting one. It's getting some action. It could be a hot one the next couple of days, but as hot as it is going up, it can be just as hot going down. You don't want to get burnt.
I also traded ATIF.
Oh, then I was watching this one, man. Oh, wow. Yeah, I didn't see this big rip, but I was watching this all day when it popped up on my scanner because it did that reverse stock split.
Mm-hmm. After this pop, I didn't really see the initial pop, but I bought, I think, 25. I did size down as well because, you know, I'm trying to save some capital for swing trading. Yeah. So I think I got in like 25 shares or 50 shares in here and just rolled the top and took off before it dropped.
Oh, yeah, nice. So just a nice quick scalp in and out there on that little pop.
Mm-hmm.
And that was actually not a little pop. That was over $1 pop on that one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was like 25. Yeah, it was. I did take 25 shares. It was $25. Yep.
I was saying in the live stream for people to keep an eye on this today because it was just getting little bits of buying and no selling. And I saw it like down here and was like, that's looking interesting, but I just never traded it.
Another one that I caught was RNXT.
No, I did not see this monster today.
Yes. So I got in on this one at $9 and just rode it. The only problem was I was at the end of my capital, so I can only take a very small share size, but I did get this ride up.
Oh, you got in down here?
Yeah, $9, super small share size. So it really wasn't. It was a good trade if it was on bigger share size, but yeah, whatever. I caught a nice movement off of this one.
Yeah, this is a perfect triangle of consolidation, breaking out right there at the tip and just going crazy. Very nice rip. Oh, this is a new IPO too.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, that one is one to maybe keep an eye on the next couple of days, see if it gets any more action, because it did hold most of its gains.
Yep.
Did they have any PR? Oh,
I don't know. I just jumped in.
They were granted FDA clearance for catheter intravascular occluding. That sounds not good because I know what a catheter is. And
a catheter is the thing that they stick.
Yeah, I know what a catheter is.
Yeah, it can go in several places.
I know. But the words after that is what scares me. The intravascular occluding. I don't know if I want catheters being intravascular occluded in me or whatever that's supposed to mean. I don't know.
Yeah.
But that was their news, so they did have FDA clearance.
Yeah, it took them all day to make that move. I actually took a losing trade on it before it ripped. So I wasted some capital. All right, so it ripped up over VWAP one little time, but it failed here inside this triangle. And I got in, but it failed to break this triangle up there. So I took off. And I only had a little bit of capital, so I was like, man, I know this thing has a potential. It had 8 million shares in the float, and I was like, all right, this thing, it's got potential. It needs to get up. So it ran up. It didn't give me too much consolidation on these green bars. It had like 8 green bars in a row right here. Over there to the right, breaking out of the triangle. Yeah. At 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I was so scared to take this trade, but I was like, it already has momentum, and I'm gonna take a small share size anyway. So I jumped in right at that 9, like that little wick on the bottom of that little what looks like a hammer.
Oh, right. And
yeah, around that 9:30, 9:40 area, and just took the ride up.
Very nice. Yeah, man, if you had some more capital, that could have been a very big win. That was, what was that, 9 to 18? That's a count doubler right there. So the only other trade I took was MMAT.
I didn't see this one.
Yeah, this is some material stock. You didn't see it because it was a higher float. It was 279 million. But it was on this nice uptrend from yesterday. You can see it held that uptrend all day yesterday in the after hours through pre-market. And then it popped up here with a pretty nice rip for a high float stock. Just ran from $5 to 5.80 in 5 minutes. So I got in on this pullback to the VWAP there, and then it dumped on me. I tried to hold it through that consolidation because like the VWAP was there, the 10-day, the 40-day EMA, this previous pre-market support. Like it had so much support in this area.
Yeah.
And then it did come back a little bit to 560, but as soon as it started coming back down, and I was just like, nah.
Yeah. I'm scared of those little candles like that. The one that came through VWAP and ended as a hammer right there.
Yeah.
It's like if anything, it should have at least held that. I mean, my stop would have been on the bottom of that candle because there's no way it should have went on that top side hammer. But did that hammer have any kind of wick to the top side? That green candle right there?
Not at all.
Okay, yeah. Well, then that's bearish. Never mind.
Yeah, nothing.
If it had a little wick, maybe it would have left a little hope there.
Well, it even tried to come back up. I mean, it came all the way back up to 560, back over these two bodies right here. That little nipple popped right over it. But it just couldn't ever break up. Just like a wall of selling pressure right there.
No, man, it wouldn't respect the VWAP. That's why it didn't come back up. Look at all those candles and what they did at the VWAP. Breaking, stabbing, running through. So you don't know if it's an uptrend or not. And people are like, well, you know what? Other things are moving. Let's go do those.
Yeah, I think that's what it was. Other things started moving, and this started getting volume, but then that volume just just turned into nothing but selling. And I was looking at it after I'd been in it for a minute. I was looking. This was a nice wedge. It just was a little fake out breakout, and then sold off.
Faded.
Yeah, cracked that downtrend and was gone. But I only took a $5 loss on this, so that's not a big deal. So at the moment, I am green on the week, depending on what BLIN does, whether it closes any lower.
Yeah, I pretty much just made up my loss from last week. You know, I finished last week down 60, so just made that loss up, and now I'm kind of starting off flat.
Nice. Well, hey, that's better than starting out behind. So let's take a look at our swing trade list and see if any of them had any gains today.
The only one that I saw that I still liked was Xtlb.
Well, it's up 9% today, so that's a good sign. Yeah, it cracked out of that triangle we were talking about, or popped out of the triangle. That's very nice. If that can break 522 tomorrow, then that could go on a run.
And with it being low float, I just day traded instead of, well, I might swing and day trade it, just take a position and hold it. But I don't know. I might save that capital and actually just catch a pop.
I don't know if I would swing it here tonight. I want to see what it does tomorrow.
Yeah. I was watching it this morning on my phone, and I was just looking at it. And the thing is, it didn't get much. To start the morning, it had about 12,000 in volume. Bro, when I tell you that thing was barely moving, I was like, you know what?
It only got 200,000 on the day, but it was to the buy side, so that is a sign of strength. Let's see how OXBR looks. OXBR, it's still in this little downtrend triangle. This actually may be a good place though if this $3 holds up as support.
Yeah.
I mean, that area that's a strong line, so this could be a good bounce off of support there.
It's got a lot of work to do back over that, because it is under, even on your EMAs, the blue and the green EMA.
Yeah.
I don't know what those are, the 50 and the 20 maybe?
50 and the 10, yeah.
50 and the 10. So it's got a lot of work to do to get back over all those and the downtrend that it's got right there. So it's got a triple threat right there. So I was like, I don't know if I like it. I didn't even have your EMAs. I just didn't like the way the candles were set up.
Well, either way, this is a bearish engulfing pattern on the daily chart. Now that I'm looking at it, that's because you got your big bearish candle there, bigger than the body of this green candle.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it can hold 3. I think it still has a shot. I'm going to keep the list together because I want to see how our list each week performs. And that way we can, narrow it down to the ones that are working good and the ones that aren't. That looks pretty good though. This has been uptrending for a while. I don't know. I think tomorrow we may see like some PR or something come out on this, and then it get a pop possibly, or maybe sometime this week. It's still got a day or two maybe in that triangle there. We'll see.
CLWT.
And that's up 7%, so that looks really good. That closed above the EMAs and actually hit a high a day just a little while ago in after hours. So that's probably going to close on a little bit of bullish movement. Break over $4 and that could start running. Yeah, every other time it's broke over $4. Look right across there. Building high. I like this one a lot. It's building higher highs, higher lows. Each time it's gotten closer and closer to that $5 mark. Yeah, this is one that definitely still keep on watch. Wafu closed negative 2.56%, but still early in this triangle. I was looking at Wafu earlier on the daily chart, and you can see right through there, it's in a triangle of consolidation. Tested the top here, but got rejected. Looks like it'll have to come down again and then come back up. So this may be one for next week.
Yeah.
And then Socket just up 1% on the day. Got a little buying volume, but look at that. Look at that chart pattern. I feel like Steve Irwin right now looking at a crocodile. Wow, she's a beaut. Look at that. 10-day cross the 50 today. Beautiful. Coming right up. Making a nice U shape up to that $7 area.
That thing's got to get some movement down. I would not enter that. Not right now. I would have to see some red.
No, not at the top of the triangle. No. Yeah, I would like to see it come down again a little bit more. But if we do see it pop up on the scanners tomorrow and it starts breaking $7, then it could start running. That's a perfect little U shape inside of that triangle. We'll see.
Word of warning. Every single time that ticker has popped up, the wicks and the size of the wicks, they're like dollar wicks. So do not get caught in FOMO. If it's going up, it will wick out. It will come down.
Yeah.
I promise you it will. I have lost it. I promise you it will.
Yeah, it gives its gains back. That's what we're saying on the weekend swing too. AATC up 1.43%. Did push up to 8 today. So that's looking, I actually like that little close there. Little indecision candle right below that resistance line on this U shape. If it can just, all it's got to do is just push green tomorrow and break over 8, and that thing could start moving.
We'll see. Is that the dividend stock you were talking about?
Yeah, that's the dividend boy.
Yeah. Okay.
Just saw IPO. This is a new IPO with only 10 million shares going green the first 2 days. Nice uptrend.
How much was it up this today?
It was only up 20% today.
Okay, and it I think I saw this one at one point, but it was going flat like you can see right there. It wasn't giving any kind of moves that I liked, so I just left it alone.
And that's pretty much it for this episode of the Last Rip tonight. It's a decent Monday. There was money to be made. Hal was profitable. I'm looking to be profitable. Looks like it'll be a green day. So we'll see if maybe the buying is going to come back in and we're going to see a little bit warmer of a market. This time of year during the fall is usually the hottest time for low float penny stocks on the NASDAQ and NYSE in this price range from like $1 to $20. So we should start seeing it really heat up and start seeing some big rips and multiple rips a day. But you never know. So, how you be ready tomorrow morning for the live stream pre-market show, or you don't know what that hurricane?
Nah, I'll be ready. It's supposed to be over. It was supposed to be 12 to 14 hours today, and we pretty much got through all of it. So it's gone, right. Unless it turns back around.
Well, let's hope it doesn't turn back around. Well, all right then. We'll be back tomorrow on both channels, live stream trading, and we'll be there for the pre-market show discussing on what we're looking at for today and our strategies. Appreciate everybody joining us as always. Stay safe out there. Until next time.